Hey guys, it's TsubakiSwagg, and I'm coming to you with a review of Naruto Shippuden, episode 340, Reanimation Jutsu Release. Okay, pretty much this one picks up where the last one left off at, where the Kages are still fighting Madara, and Naruto, Guy, and Kakashi are still fighting the other Madara, masked Madara. And then, what else? And then everybody else is still like out on the battlefield fighting the reanimations. Pretty much. When Itachi and Sasuke are still in the cave with Kabuto. But pretty much in the last episode, Itachi did the Izanagi Nami on Kabuto to get him to release the reanimation jutsu. And he did all the hand signs and everything, and as this was happening, they show Itachi beginning to fade away, and he tells Sasuke that no matter what he does, what he's done up until this point, and no matter what he does after Itachi dies, that he's still gonna love him regardless. And this really touches Sasuke. But while all of that is happening, of course the Kages are still fighting Madara, and Naruto, Guy, and Kakashi are still fighting masked Madara. So while all this is happening, out of nowhere, all the reanimations just start glowing, and everybody's like, "What in the world is going on?" And then they find out that, they figure out that whoever cast the reanimation jutsu, which they didn't know that it was Kabuto at this point, but whoever casted the reanimation jutsu have released it, or it got released. And of course, when Naruto found out about it, he knew that it was Itachi, because he knew that Itachi was going after Kabuto. But after it was released, everybody started fading away, and then they started being able to, they regained use of their own body. They weren't being controlled by Kabuto anymore. And of course they show Chiyo, and they show all the Jinchurikis, they show, who else did they show? They show some of the masters, they show some of the other Hokages, and pretty much all of them have little snippets of information that they tell people to tell other people. Or Kankuro ran to meet Granny Chiyo, and she pretty much told him not to be afraid anymore. He doesn't have to play possum anymore. She's leaving Puppet Master to him. And other ones was Dan. Of course, he was in the barrier that Choji's dad put up, and he pretty much told him to let the barrier down so he could go find Lady Tsunade. And of course he used the ghost transformation jutsu and went to go see Tsunade. And Tsunade was just about to get attacked by Madara, because of course Madara, with his hacking self, decided to release the reanimation jutsu on himself, so that way he would be the caster and he would still be able to remain in his reanimation body, so he could still fight the Kages. And right when Madara was about to strike Tsunade, because she had finally run out of chakra and she was about to lose consciousness, Dan came and saved her. And he talked to her, I think it was pretty much in her subconscious. He was talking to her, and he pretty much told her not to die yet. Well, he was going to be waiting for her on the other side, but not to come too soon. Which is really sad. And then he gave Tsunade her chakra back. And now Madara was pretty much your silly jutsus aren't gonna work on me because I'm all powerful, blah, blah. I don't know how to feel about Madara. He's pretty awesome, but you love to hate him. But anyways, so during all this, the other Kages are what in the world is going on? Why hasn't Madara gone away? Because all the other reanimations disappeared. And at that point, Madara was pretty much, he said that he was getting tired of fighting the Kages because they really weren't doing anything for him. They were pretty much his play toys. And he said, well, maybe it's time for me to go after the Nine Tails. And that was when Anko realized that he had told Naruto before that they were going to handle Madara for him to just go and help everybody else out on the battlefield. And this was when he realized that, no, we need to stop Madara here and now before he tries to get to Naruto and take the Nine Tails. And then it cuts to Naruto, Kakashi, and Guy fighting Master Madara. And, of course, that was when all the other Jinchurikis, like, floated away. The reanimated Jinchurikis floated away, and Naruto named them all. Of course, I can't remember all their names off the top of my head right this moment, but he named them all as they were, like, floating away. And that was when B pretty much told him that even though they're gone, we still have to deal with Mass Madara. And of course, Naruto is wanting to provoke people when he likes provoking people, even though he really shouldn't because it makes it worse on himself. But he was trying to provoke Mass Madara by, like, he was like, I can tell that you're angry, so why don't you just take off that mask so you can show us how composed you are, blah, blah, blah. And of course, Kakashi was like, I told him not to provoke his enemies. But anyways, and then after that, of course, Mass Madara needed something to compensate for all of the reanimations being gone. So he put the other pieces, the small pieces of the 8 tails and 9 tails into the wooden statue, and the wooden statue started to, like, transform, which looked pretty awesome. That thing still looks creepy though. But anyways, after all of that, that was pretty much the end of the episode. It was pretty awesome. I was waiting to see the part where Dan was gonna go and talk to Tsunade and how everybody got to finally, like, be at rest. And of course, Deidara, even on his dying breath, was still crazy. He will forever be crazy. Anyways, it's okay though. He's still pretty awesome. But yeah, and then, but after that, right before the end, they show Sasuke again standing in the cave near Kabuto, and he was pretty much, like, questioning himself, like, what is a clan, what are shinobis, blah, blah, blah. And then Jugo and the other guy, I cannot remember his name right now to save my life, I know I'll get chomped out for it, but they just popped up, like, out of nowhere and was like, where have you been, what are you doing, why are you in here? And then he pointed at Kabuto, and they were like, oh, okay, I understand now. And then that was pretty much the end of the episode. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I don't want to go into it too much for those of you who don't read the manga chapters, but for those of you who do, don't do any spoilers, please, pretty please. Anyways, please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but happy Thanksgiving to everyone who is watching this video. I hope y'all have a happy and safe and blessed holiday, and be safe out there because it gets hectic during the holidays and I don't want anybody to get hurt. So yeah, just eat all the food that you can, but don't, like, overindulge yourself. And this is when you get all those extra pounds, is during the holidays. But anyways, yeah. So as always, this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.